Hello and welcome to another edition of Currently in Quincy. I'm Joe Catalano, and today we will feature the Quincy Point Congregational Church. We're talking about their big Nutcracker Christmas Marketplace tomorrow, plus their Diaper Drive Challenge that continues into next week. Hope you can stay tuned for that. Meantime, we take a look at the weather and the news for you. Currently in Quincy, we have sunshine. It's up to 20 degrees right now from a low of 8 overnight. Temperatures won't get much warmer than they are right now, only in the mid to upper 20s with some sunshine. A few high thin clouds. Thankfully, the wind has subsided today. Not nearly as cold tonight as it was last night, only down into the lower 20s under cloudy skies. And a bit of a quote-unquote warm-up over the weekend. A lot of clouds around tomorrow. It should stay dry, and highs tomorrow crack the freezing mark or into the upper 30s. For tomorrow. Not bad on Sunday, sun and clouds, passing flurry as possible. Sunday's highs into the mid-30s. We're back into the deep freeze early next week. Monday will be sunny and brisk with a stiff wind. Temperatures only in the mid-20s, and we bottom out again Monday night as we dip down to about 11 degrees. Again, sunshine 20 in Quincy right now. Checking out the news for you today, a Quincy man has pleaded guilty to robbing a bank in Weymouth at gunpoint last December. 46-year-old Glenn Laguerre this past week admitted that he held up the Santander Bank and fled in a vehicle with $947 in cash. Laguerre was arrested in Quincy soon after that robbery when police spotted his car on surveillance video. Officers say they recovered a gun and clothing that Laguerre used in that robbery. Laguerre has previous convictions for bank robberies in Braintree, Hanover, Duxbury, and Plymouth. He now faces up to 25 years in prison when he's sentenced in March. Now, the Quincy City Council will set the new property tax rates for next year on Monday night. The public hearing will be held Monday at 7 o'clock in the Great Hall at Quincy City Hall, followed by a vote on the new tax rates. Quincy Mayor Thomas Koch says that property owners can expect a modest increase.
They're still crunching the numbers, so I can't give you any heads up, but it's coming quickly now. There's a lot of moving parts to that. Including, getting whatever the free cash deficit surplus is certified, the values, the state has to approve the values, the new growth, what the new growth number would be and how that factors in the tax rate. So there's a lot of pieces to it. I know John Rowland from the assessors works hard on it, Paul Della Barbara, Director of Municipal Finance, as well as my chief of staff, Chris Walker, kind of pulls it all together. But yeah, it'll be annual. Hearing is Monday night. We go through this every year. Every city and town in Massachusetts essentially goes up every year under Prop 2.5. That's how we raise revenue to keep things going in our city. So, as I mentioned before, there'll be a modest increase. But I always say it, and it's true. We outperform most municipalities in every area of service. So it does cost money to do that. So look forward to Monday night getting that done.
This past year, taxes went up an average of $320 on a median single-family home valued at $630,000, making the average yearly property tax bill for homeowners almost $7,300. That represented a 4.6% increase. The mayor says next year is the peak year of paying the debt on that $475 million pension bond that was approved by the City Council back in 2021. That debt added $20 million to next year's city budget. Quincy College has appointed Karen Manning as Vice President of Academic Affairs. Manning joined the college in 2022 and was named the Dean of Nursing earlier this year. Manning has served as Dean of Nursing at Labouré College, Chair of the Department of Nursing at Westfield State College, and also served a key nursing role at Salem State College. Now, she has 2 decades of experience working as a staff nurse, a nurse manager, and a nurse educator. Do not send money personal or financial information or deposit money in Bitcoin machines if you get a call saying that you missed jury duty. That is the warning from the Norfolk County Sheriff's Office after a Quincy woman recently lost $10,000 in that scam. The woman went to the sheriff's office in Dedham this past Monday to report that she was told that she missed jury duty and that there was a warrant for her arrest. Officials informed the woman she had been scammed. The woman deposited $5,000 into 2 Bitcoin machines in Quincy and Braintree. Officials warned people to stop when they receive such a message, which means slow down, think, outsmart, and put the phone down. The sheriff says they never contact people demanding money, and anyone receiving such a call should just hang up, report it to police or the sheriff's office. Some changes are coming at the Norfolk County Sheriff's Office in Dedham. Sheriff Pat McDermott recently announced that he's appointed Frank Reynolds as the new superintendent of jail operations. Reynolds previously served as assistant superintendent. He's also a former academy commander and leader of a SWAT team. He was one of the first responders to the 2013 Boston Marathon bombings. Reynolds replaces interim superintendent Michael Harris, who served for the past year. Sheriff McDermott also announced the recent graduation of 18 new correctional officers during a ceremony that was held at the Irish Cultural Center in Canton. The last of the official Quincy 400 events will be held next week. Historian Gordon Wood will be speaking next Tuesday, 5 p.m. at the United First Parish Church in Quincy Center. Wood will be discussing the Ken Burns' new 6-part documentary, The American Revolution. It's being shown on PBS. Wood is one of 24 scholars who appear in that 12-hour film. It explores the country's founding and 8-year war for independence. Wood has also published several books on the subject and won the Pulitzer Prize back in 1991 for his book, Radicalism of the American Revolution. That free event, part of the Adams Presidential Center's Adams Speaker Series. A tour of the Adams Crypts in the basement of the church will be held after the presentation. It's our check of news for you today. Coming up, the Quincy Point Congregational Church is very busy for the holiday season. We will get an update next. Welcome back. We have just festivized our studio here for the holidays. The folks at Quincy Point Congregational Church stopped by for a couple of reasons. First, to tell us about tomorrow's big Nutcracker Christmas Marketplace and also the Diaper Drive Challenge that's trying to collect 10,000 diapers to donate to Interfaith Social Services here in Quincy. So Reverend Kimberly Murphy and Deanna Van Chagan have stopped on by to tell us about that and more. Ladies, happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you.
Great to see you both. Thanks for stopping by. Wow, just having you here, you've really elevated the appearance of our studio for sure. Reverend, before we talk about any of this and all of this, how long have you been at Quincy Point now?
Over 7 years now.
Has it been that long?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And how's the experience been for you?
It's been wonderful. Yeah, I've been really enjoyed it very much.
Very good. How's the congregation's status, numbers, if you will?
Well, like a lot of churches, we've had issues with aging population, and after COVID, some of our folks didn't come back necessarily. They enjoyed their Sunday off, which given they have such busy schedules, and if they want to have any time with their family, usually Sunday's the only day, and we do understand that. But a lot of people are now watching us on cable.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're happy to help you with the good news.
Yes. Yeah. And people are watching us on social media, so a lot of time throughout the week, we'll have a couple of hundred people will tune in.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
So it's a very different environment, and churches are really slow at capitalizing on things like that.
Yeah.
We're kind of like the aircraft carrier that you have to turn like 15 miles back to make the turn.
Yes.
So we're playing catch up, but we have a really very forward, socially justice-oriented congregation, which is why we're here.
Yes.
So we do a lot at
Yes.
Quincy Point, and I'm very grateful for the work that people do.
Yeah, it's interesting you use the maritime connotation, because that really is the roots of the church, right? Going back to the shipyard days.
Definitely, when we were repairing our ceiling
Yeah.
last year, or the roof, we realized that probably some of the shipwrights built the
Wow.
or constructed. That's
The
what I was
framing.
told anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about about structural engineering.
Sure,
I only
no,
take
right, yeah.
people's but yeah, the way that it was constructed looked a lot like what the shipwrights would be doing.
Yeah.
So.
Because that building was moved to its current location. That's
It
not its
was.
original
It's
home,
not its
right?
original location,
Yeah, it's about,
yeah.
what, a couple of miles down the point? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's where the car wash is now.
Oh, okay. All right, sure. And it's, what, almost 200 years old now?
The original sanctuary, I
Yeah.
would think, would be heading toward that, yeah.
Incredible. Yeah. Have you done anything special for Quincy 400 this year at Quincy Point that you can think of?
We have not.
Okay.
Part of that is I was out on sick leave. So
Oh,
I
okay.
missed-
Well, I'm glad you're back and healthy.
I am.
That's good.
So am I.
Yes.
But we've been watching what has been happening in Quincy, and it's been really exciting.
Yeah.
And I hope people take advantage of. You were talking about American Revolution
Yes,
Scholar
next Tuesday.
next
at the
Tuesday.
United
So
First Parish
a lot of
Church,
really
yeah.
interesting things. So
Yeah, absolutely.
people take advantage of that.
Quincy Point is a big part of the Quincy 400 history. Certainly,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the shipyard dates back to the early 1800s, really. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
so there's definitely a historical aspect to it there.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to talk about something more contemporary today, right?
Yes.
A couple of different things. First, I mentioned the big Christmas marketplace that's taking place tomorrow. So, Deanna, why don't we start there, because that's kind of your bailiwagon, right?
Well, it is.
Yeah.
It is. It's the Nutcracker Christmas Marketplace this year, and we have the silent auction that is going to have a couple of these Christian Ubrecht nutcrackers in the silent auction
Okay.
for some lucky person who bids the right amount of money. And
Now, these are, folks can't tell this, but these are all wood. You know, these are very nicely crafted. This is something that will last.
they are,
Yeah.
and these are from German makers.
Okay.
And that is where the original nutcrackers came from.
Yes, yeah.
And they were made by people in the German-speaking areas where they were there for good luck, and they were also guards. Hence the way they're made.
Okay, so
Yeah.
there's two of these
Yeah.
you said available?
We have two of those.
Okay.
The other one is a baker.
Oh, okay, all right. Quite appropriate. For
Quite appropriate.
German
Yes.
theme, yeah, okay,
Yes.
very good.
And we have a lot of other interesting things in our silent auction. We also have a cookbook.
Thank goodness.
That we, it's
hold
called
that up a little higher,
Making Meals and Sharing Stories. And the last part of this does go a little bit into the 450th anniversary, is that it is all about Quincy Point area.
Yes.
And it has some old time recipes that would go into that time
So it's
frame.
it's a narrative format. So
It is a
tells
narrative
stories, right?
format.
Yeah.
It tells stories. We encourage people that put in recipes to tell the story of that recipe, where it came from,
Yep.
or how it was in their family.
It's a great way to preserve tradition.
It is.
You know, in
It
history.
is. So Reverend Ann Suzadel
Mm-hmm.
and was the backbone of this cookbook.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Oh, thank you, Reverend Ann.
Yes,
That's great to hear
yes.
that she's still out
And a little aside, this is my granddaughter that's on the front.
there. Absolutely, we should highlight that for sure. So are the recipes contributed by members of the congregation?
They are.
Okay.
They are. They're also contributed by people who used to be in our church that are no longer. One is Bill Ferguson, who is now a pastor in Duxbury. Grew up in our church,
Oh.
and he has a recipe in here from his mom,
Oh, nice.
and a wonderful story, as does Peter Johnston.
Okay.
So it's, and then there are parishioners, but there are also a lot of people from just the Quincy Point area.
Yes.
When we advertised and said we would like recipes from everyone, they also put recipes in.
It's, you know, in
So
this
it's,
electronic age that we're in, these, especially local church cookbooks, are still extremely popular, and you cannot replace them with an electronic, you know, version.
And-
There's something special about
And
having
the other
something
thing
like
is, you usually know that they're going to be good.
that. That's right. They've been time tested.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right. If they like it, then they're going to have that
They-
in. So this is truly a Quincy Point area cookbook.
Yes. Okay, good.
Yeah.
And so, is there many of those available, Deanna?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, there are plenty available.
Okay.
I-
Not an auction item, so you can just go
It's
and
not an auction
purchase them.
item.
Okay.
They are $15.
Okay.
And the money from these cookbooks goes to the McKinney-Vento project,
Oh, which is what?
which is
It's the McKinney-Vento project is monitored or run by the Quincy school system, and it's a fund that is used to help unhoused teens.
Oh, okay.
So whatever we can contribute, whether it's money to help them find a place to stay,
Yes.
or if there are in-kind items such as personal care items or anything like
Okay.
that, it's really a very I think it's been here for, I don't know how many years now, but it's been in Quincy for a number of years,
Okay.
and it's just been a lifeline for so many kids. Thank Leslie Bridson, who is part of the Quincy Public School System,
Yes.
who runs this, and just does a fantastic job.
Yes, I know the Quincy Lions Club Giving Tree fundraiser also is benefiting that this year as well. So it's, you know, it's, as I said, I think I said before, it's good and it's bad. It's good that there's help available for these folks. It's bad that it's needed, especially here in Quincy, right? But,
Right.
So this is a
Yeah.
great way to help that effort.
So I think we've already given $3,000 from
That's
the
fantastic.
cookbook sales.
That's great.
But there are some left,
Okay.
and that's where it will go.
Okay, excellent. So what else, Deanna? You brought, I mean,
We
everything.
brought all kinds
yeah,
of things.
you brought all kinds of
well,
stuff.
we have a lot of things that are made from recycled denim.
Okay.
And this is a cute little one. This is also an antique piece of lace.
Ah.
So it's just, they're just kind of fun things
Yeah,
that
hold that up a little bit higher.
gifts,
There you go. Yeah.
gifts that you can get for your little granddaughter that wants to put her things in here and
Fun.
tote it around.
These are handmade, right?
Whatever. They are all
Yeah.
handmade.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, and they're from old jeans. And as you can see on the back, there's the seam from
Yeah.
the old jeans.
Unmistakable, right? Yeah,
Right.
And you know it'll last because it's made of denim. So
That's right.
Excellent.
Yes. And then we have another parishioner
Yes.
who does a lot of woodworking,
Okay.
and this is one of his unique little cars that he's made that will be for sale.
Fun.
And he also has done a lot of Christmas decoration things. So come on over and see all the things that Doug has made.
Who is it?
It's Doug Tatro.
Okay, nice work, Doug. That looks like I don't know, maybe a car from the 40s, perhaps. That theme. It's real wheels and it does rolls.
It does roll.
There you
Yep.
go.
Yep.
And Reverend, gift baskets I know are always popular at
Yes.
church events, right? Yeah.
Right. We have a number of gift baskets for sale. This one is the Nutcracker.
Quite appropriate.
On theme.
Yes.
Here's a little dress that someone could pretend to be Clara,
Yeah.
the heroine of the Nutcracker, and then there's some books here about the Nutcracker. And here's one for kids
Yeah.
that if you turn it on, if when you press the little note in the book
Yeah.
here, it will play excerpts from the Nutcracker.
Oh, do press it.
Yeah. Well, it's not.
Oh, it's not activated.
It's not activated
Okay,
yet.
gotcha.
No, we'll leave that for the parents to deal with.
Okay.
And then there's this really lovely little Nutcracker blanket as well.
Okay. Okay. Now, all the funds raised at the marketplace, are they geared to any specific areas of the church? They are.
Yes, all of the funds that we generate are going to what we're calling our 10,000 diaper.
Yeah.
I don't know if we could
There you
show
go.
that
Yep,
or
you
not.
got it.
The 10,000 diaper
Yep.
campaign that we are hoping to raise enough money or just to have donations
Yeah.
to get 10,000 diapers.
10,000.
It's a
Okay.
challenge,
Yeah.
and right now we're over halfway there.
That's amazing.
Part of that is we were reading the Interfaith Social Services annual report and realized how much that they donate for diapers. They donate over 5,000 or no, 57?
60,000.
60, yeah,
60,000.
over 60,
Yeah.
yeah, about 60,000 diapers every year. And diapers are not covered by SNAP or other benefits. So this is something that we thought we could at least put a dent in
Yes.
and just have this challenge, collect as many as we can,
Yeah.
and that way their money can go toward food or other kinds of needs that people have.
Yes.
And we're looking for all sizes, but mostly size 4, 5, and 6.
Okay, all right, good to know. And they can bring them right to the church?
They can bring them right to the church. We're
Okay.
collecting them until the 14th of December.
Okay.
And then we will be bringing them to Interfaith Social Services. So what we would really like to do is create a Christmas tree out of diapers.
Yeah, right,
See
yeah.
how big a 10,000 diaper Christmas tree will be.
Wow, okay.
And dedicate that and then bring that to Interfaith.
Do they know that you're doing this for them?
Yes, we did want to let them know before we showed up with trucks full of diapers.
Okay. So they can make a spot.
They can
right?
make a, yes, yes.
But you know, we laugh about it. It sounds kind of funny, but it's a significant expense for families.
Yes.
As you mentioned, there's no subsidy for it at all. A small package like that is probably $5 or $6.
$5 or $6,
which
yeah.
will last you, I don't know, a day or two, depending on how many children you have, right?
Exactly,
Yeah. So that
exactly.
is a significant blow to someone's budget.
It is,
For
and
sure.
in looking at cloth diapers,
Yeah.
because some people will argue that cloth diapers are what people should be gearing toward
Yeah.
because of the ecological thing. But
Right.
when you think of the amount of time or in the amount of water that's used
That's
with
right.
cloth diapers,
Yeah.
and also the convenience of having disposable diapers, and it's also more sanitary to have disposable diapers with you than a cloth diaper. So it almost evens out
Yeah.
at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So
And a lot of those people don't have access to washers and dryers,
That
too.
too, yeah.
So that makes it even more challenging.
Sure. Okay. So again, through the 14th, folks can just stop by the church if they want to make a
Yep,
donation.
during office hours
Okay.
from 9 to 5.
9 to 5. Okay. Or monetary donation.
Or monetary
obviously.
donation, we will purchase those on their behalf.
Okay. Okay. Back to tomorrow's event for just a minute, Deanna. So it runs from 9 to 3, right?
It runs from 9 to 3.
Okay.
We will be having lunch served
Oh, you will?
between 11 and 2.
Oh, okay. What's on the menu?
Chili
Yum.
and several different kinds of hot dogs.
Okay.
Because we did have a hot dog challenge,
Yes, you did.
and we had a winner. And the winner was the grandson of Bill Dracchio, who was the dancing cop that was between Southern Artery and Washington Street. And I think most people in Quincy know who Officer Bill was. And his grandson is also a police officer, not in Quincy, but his name is Chris Kaborian.
Okay.
And he made the Fenway Frank.
Ah. Okay.
And everything that he put in that Frank had a reason.
Huh.
The blue, the gold, and the green were from the old Panthers that used to play in Quincy Point.
Oh, okay.
And so everything had to think. And Chris is going to be there at the beginning around 11 o'clock.
Okay.
So come and have one of his Franks.
Okay.
And he'll tell you all about it.
Okay. All right. So a very local connection.
So, yeah.
Very good. So what else happens during the day?
We have a bakery that has all kinds of wonderful things. Some of the things that you may find the recipes from the cookbook.
Okay. So you can try them out.
You try them out.
All right.
There's gently used jewelry.
Okay.
There's all of Doug's toys and things. There is an All Hands Inn, which is another nonprofit that works, and they are there to benefit women's shelters.
Oh, okay.
So what else is there? There's an elegance boutique,
Okay.
which are gently used things that people might find interesting.
Yeah.
We have an array of plants this year, which is new. And we also have this corner where you can come and take your own Christmas photos.
Oh, very fun. Okay.
So that should be fun.
Yeah.
So bring your cameras and your grandkids, and you can make your own photos at that point.
Very good. Something for everyone, it sounds
Something
like.
for everyone.
Now, the silent auction, I'm sorry, were you going to say something else?
No, I was just
Okay.
going to say, and there's an array of raffle baskets. You can buy.
Right, I was
you
gonna ask
can
if
buy
there's-
your tickets,
Okay.
and we draw those in on Sunday morning.
Okay. All right. So you don't have to be there to win.
You don't have to be there to win.
Okay.
And we'll let you know, and then you can come and pick
Okay.
them up.
And same for the silent auction. Do you have to be there?
The silent auction is also the same.
Same thing, on
We do
Sunday.
that on Sunday.
Okay.
Yes.
Very good. All right. Anything else we should let folks know about right now?
I guess on the 14th, when we do the diapers,
Yeah.
we need to put all these diapers in bags of 25 for internet, for social services.
interfaith, yeah.
And so that is a good
Volunteer opportunity.
a volunteer
More hands
opportunity
make light work?
where you
Okay.
can come and help us, because just think about how many 25-pound, 25
Yeah.
number of bags
Yes.
we're going to have to make out of 10,000
Okay.
diapers. That's also a challenge.
Absolutely. Ladies, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
stopping by. I hope we've helped get the word out for you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank
You're
you very
welcome.
much.
Yeah.
Very welcome. Check the forecast for you for the rest of the day today. Bundle up. Sunshine, but ineffective sunshine with temperatures only in the upper 20s. Not nearly as cold tonight, only in the low 20s. Ooh, a heat wave. Even warmer over the weekend with the clouds tomorrow, upper 30s. Nice on Sunday, very winter-like with highs in the mid-30s, and we're back into the deep chill here Monday and probably into Tuesday as well as it looks right now, but it'll be staying dry at least. Thanks again to Reverend Kim Murphy and also Deanna Van Chagen from Quincy Point Congregational Church.
Thank you.
Thanks to our crew. Thank you for watching. We're off on Monday, by the way, for some technical upgrades, so join us next Friday. South Shore YMCA is stopping by. We'll talk about all their holiday happenings. Meantime, you can check our website anytime, qatv.org. All of our latest programs are there. There's news, information, video on demand, live streaming, and much more. For all of us here at QATV, I'm Joe Catalano. Have a great weekend.